Taylor Sheridan, Yellowstone in 1883 got snubbed by the Emmys. So now that we've talked about all that is to be celebrated about the world of Yellowstone, the incredible storytelling that's going on through 1883, the incredible immersive world that's going on in Yellowstone and ranching and being a cowboy and all of the complexities of the conflicting worldviews, I want to talk about the politics right now, about the art of this show. Why is a show that isn't just wildly popular, but it's so well written and executed? Even if you have critiques about certain plot points of Yellowstone season 4, overall, the show is doing an incredible job. And for sure, 1883 was impeccable. Nothing from the award shows, nothing from the recognition of those who celebrate art from the coastal elites. What is going on? You know, there were a couple nominations, I think a couple wins for things like sound design, I think production design. I will say that the Yellowstone cast received a SAG award for Best Ensemble Cast. So it is getting some notoriety in awards. But overall, how does a show like 1883 or a show like Yellowstone not even get nominated for Best Drama? Even get considered in all 4 of its prior seasons? Succession wins the best drama. And I've watched Succession, and there is a lot about Succession that I can appreciate and celebrate. I have a hard time when Succession wins and then Yellowstone doesn't even get nominated, or 1883 doesn't even get nominated. It tells me that there's something more here than just the critiquing of art. It tells me that there actually is political bias. It tells me that those who make these decisions, who actually run these types of events and get to be the decision makers of what gets celebrated and what not, it tells me that they have a bias, and that the issues that Taylor Sheridan is trying to address, and by no means is he doing it from a strictly black or white perspective. He's certainly not trying to politicize us by beating us over the head with an agenda, because he gets into the nuance and the complexities of things. So why is it that they have an issue with that? Meanwhile, it is touching the heartstrings of the population of America that makes it the #1 most watched show since 2017. That is something that needs to be looked into. It needs to be exposed, and it needs to stop. Judge art for the sake of art, even if you don't necessarily like the worldview that's being celebrated or the worldview that's being communicated. Was it done well? Is it worth celebrating? You need to be able to judge art on the merits of the work of art that it is, whether or not it celebrates, communicates, or supports the ideologies and the worldview that you believe in, that you want to see promoted through art. There are so many episodes, movies, content that celebrates the points of view of many of the coastal elites. There's so much content. But if you can't celebrate art that actually comes from a different point of view, or celebrates things about our history that maybe you don't care that much about, then you need to stop judging art, period. You need to get out of that business and leave it to the hands of those that will let art speak for itself. This is the problem. Because those often that say they can't stand the intolerance of those who hold a perspective or a worldview different than their own are actually some of the most intolerant, dismissive ones, because they're not even willing to embrace the conversation, embrace different points of view, and have a dialogue that might be more complicated than the black or white propaganda that they themselves feel. It needs to stop.